Okay, now there's record. Yeah. Hit cancel.
Okay. So is it recording?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
So
Everybody
there
in
we go.
All
Back it up a little more.
right. Everybody in there?
In there, Cindy.
I'm in there.
You still got that in your mouth?
From this angle, no.
Okay.
Good.
So John Weekend was
Gotta get the right angle.
he
I don't understand what we're talking about today.
we talking about it all.
All of it. Right?
All
My
of it.
weekend was cool, y'all. I pretty much spent it chilling.
Did you
I
have
saw the sunrise.
a couple times?
No, just once. I think that was Friday or Saturday, one of them days. But anyway, it was pretty chill. Pretty chill.
Okay.
It's good that you got to see that because we tend to take the little things in life. It's a little big thing, right? Sunrise is
It's
important to
Sight.
see.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Yes, indeed. One of my favorite things to do.
All right. I told Miss Williams, jeez, you're fixing knife.
I'm concocting.
Trying
Oh,
to
look
talk
at that, all right.
myself and whatnot. You auditioned for a radio job or something.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Should I?
Auditioned for a radio job. What do you mean?
I'm talking with this voice she using tonight.
Oh, what?
Now she want to change up. Try to
What
get
the
back
ass going on
normal.
here, boy?
What?
Look at that. What?
That Trinidadian.
Exactly. Ooh.
I'm gonna just stop doing stuff right now.
Let's say
I
something.
I had my setup and then I didn't have the
just
setup.
fucking up.
That's all right.
That's all
Hey,
right.
we'll make it happen. Anyway, I was trying to go. We're going to make it happen. Boom. It
Sister
is.
gonna work it out.
All right, so what else you do today? Hey, y'all, we back.
And as far as today, I got busy acquainting myself with some, learning how to do some tax returns.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
taxes.
so,
Hey, y'all want some money?
yeah, we
Listen,
could
John
find
going
a
to hook
way
y'all
to-
up.
find a way to get your uncle to take care of you. One way or the
Uncle
other.
John?
Yeah, and Uncle John and Sam.
Well, that's good, y'all.
Hey.
We're in number 4 podcast, right?
Yes, indeed. Week number 4.
There you go. And myself, Chantel, John, and Cindy.
Lovely Cinty Fenty.
We give 3 perspectives. We are 3 different people. We think similarly.
Sometimes.
Similarly in the sense of we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, 1 mouth. And then it goes from there.
10 fingers and 10 toes.
Right, so far.
Yeah.
One nose and no hose. I don't know why that.
Cindy, what you
She's
doing?
on one tonight.
Cindy, what you doing?
She's on
She talking about digging them out.
Dixon Hoes. Here we go. Hey,
Cindy feeling
I'm
good.
glad I ain't the one who brought it up.
Listen, get your mind out of the gutter.
Right, oh yeah.
Oh,
You
that
talking
one.
about garden hose.
Right. She
Talking
driving.
about garden utensils.
Right. She doing the driving, talking about we in the gutter. Get your ass out the gutter and we all come out.
Oh, my goodness.
But here
This
we go,
weekend,
y'all.
where was I? I went to my son's, what do you call it?
Football game.
Football game down in Naples,
Right.
which they won. And so now they go for the Nationals. Next weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend.
Right.
Going to be nice and crazy down in Naples. You can hear you whisper. We can hear you.
Okay.
He said,
Hey,
you know?
that's that ism.
Yeah, like a drunk lady whispering. What you say? I piss on myself. In a whisper.
You tripping.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Here we are.
When you said you was whispering, I was like, we can hear you.
We can hear you, I've never been a whisperer.
Yep,
You know,
you right.
I always thought that was for girls.
Really?
whispering and shit. Yeah, only girls whisper.
Only girls wear pink too.
If you're right, if you're a man, you got something to say, spit that shit out.
But
Unless you live on a podcast and you need a snot rag.
oh, that why.
I got you, John.
My girl. See, Chantel would have told me to use my sleeve or some shit like that. That's why I had to lean to my left and not my right. Even though they both like them little devils with them horns on your shoulder. but both of these motherfuckers, they ain't no halo for none of them.
I would have gave it to him, but
Yeah,
not
right.
without some constructive criticism. And she was like, nigga, ain't you had this same nose all your life? You know it run. You ain't walking around with tissue.
Right.
Now I got to get up.
Right. See, that's that emotional trauma.
I would have gave you the tissue, though. I would have gave you the tissue.
Shit.
Yeah, I would have.
Whatever.
Like I said, not without
I went
some
to the right
construct-
person.
Hey, you got it. When you need some more.
All right.
You better use a sheet of We got 2 hours. You better tap. Maybe you want to
Act
roll
like-
up a ball and put it in there. Just
Act like Rudy Giuliani.
what Rudy do?
You didn't see him when they showed him he blew his nose in his tissue. Then he folded it to where the snot was outside and wiped his face. You know, some nasty motherfuckers,
No,
man.
he didn't know to put it inside.
Man, that motherfucker know exactly what he doing. Slimy ass mother.
He wanted
Anyway,
y'all to
that's-
stay away from me.
That's another.
He like,
that's
I'm going to show
another-
him not to hug me.
That's another show and another take. We don't
Sure.
want to get me started on them folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, we fuck
John
around.
already squeaking.
We get canceled.
So today, what are we going to talk about? I think we should talk about
Dennis. Okay, sorry. What should we talk about?
relationships and communication.
Relationships and communication.
Yeah, and we've
Okay.
had some interest. We've had some talk about one of our previous topics on like childhood trauma.
Yes, we did. We had this. In fact, this weekend, when I tell you, was a childhood trauma weekend. All weekend, when I left, I was on the bike, Cobbin and I. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary, and I was on my live. So what I'm about to tell you, if you go down my events or my live on this weekend, there was a car fire. And so I was live during that, and I was on my way to my grandparents' home, where my childhood grandparents' home. They're no longer there, and so but I went there to show my husband and just see how different it was, and it's very different. In fact, there's a store called Salem's, that fast food restaurant there, where a house was, and at this house, I told them what happened to me. I think I was over 10. I think, I was between 8 and 10 or something. But nevertheless, from the moment it started, I knew every time I was going back to St. Petersburg, this house, and in this house was a man they called Horse. And I was telling Cobbin about, the stuff that went on there. But before, I get into that, I wanted to say a guy, as him and I were talking about it, a guy walked by and seen us on the bikes. And he was like, man, y'all, king and queens, And we were like, hey, brother. He goes, yeah, I can't do that, though. And I said, why can't you do it? He said, I'm scared. And so we told him, don't let scared stop you. Just because you're scared don't mean you should stop. He like, well, no, I ain't scared. I said, well, that's what you said. And he said, you know what it is? It's childhood trauma. It's my childhood. And then he said, and did he party? And I said, what?
Did he party?
He said, did he?
Hey, me too, is he?
Hey, listen, I can't tell you if
Not
he
that
is.
I'm
if he
laughing
ain't.
about that.
But that's what he.
But, yeah.
But he said childhood trauma, which I believe that. I don't know if he's telling the whole truth about the thing.
Right,
But,
could have just been joking, make
you
light
know.
of the situation.
But he talked about his childhood, and here I was talking about mine, and I took him to Coppin to a couple of other locations right there within a block of one another, and how at one house I was 8 years old, and a man was standing outside his fence and was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm 8." He said, "I'm gonna act like I'm 8. I'm gonna act like you 18 and do what I want to do." And I remember, and that was always on my way to the store, the little corner store. So I started going around the long way just to avoid seeing him. Because he would always stand out there and be looking around like his fence,
You never tell nobody what he said?
Yeah, I told, but it's what happened there was the same thing that was happening in those two houses that I was telling. I was telling my husband, a man named Horse, and he was a dirty old man, and unkept, unclean, and I had a couple of aunts that they kind of moved out of my grandma's house, and I guess they would rent rooms from him. And they weren't doing the right things, They were doing things.
Paying rent in the alternative manners.
Yeah, it was, as an adult now, I know that was like a whole house.
Right.
Now that I, think of, but as a kid, I don't know that.
Right.
Wow.
And I was over there.
Rented rooms to a bunch of ladies, huh?
Yeah, a lot of, and I remember Horse would have me, come here, sit on my lap.
Right.
And my aunt said, go over there and go sit on his lap. And I remember seeing his thing,
Right.
And I'm like, and I'm just, but I was telling my husband that, and I was just like, man, the things that you deal with or you avoid or you're confused about as a child.
Right.
You don't have a clue.
Wow.
You don't have a clue, And so I avoided that house. Yeah,
your aunties was feeding you to this wolf, huh?
Well, and they were
Trying
kids
to.
themselves. Yeah, they were trying to. And I'd always like, oh, my mama calling me.
Right.
And run out or, or something. Oh, hold on. I'd make up any kind of excuse not to happen. And most time my mother was calling me or my grandmother was calling me because I guess ultimately they kind of knew what was going on.
Right.
But there's some childhood traumas your parents can't save you from.
Right. They're not always around.
So do you feel this experience affected you through adulthood?
Oh, sure. I mean, that's probably not that one so much, But I think through it all there's a lot in my childhood being the oldest, and growing up in, 70s, 80s in the South.
Right.
And as a very developed young girl.
Right.
Because, I was muscular, but I couldn't help, just some things on you.
Right.
Even as a little girl, I see my grandbabies. And, they're just little girls or little boys,
Just
but.
being kids.
Right. And the adult mind. Right.
These maggots exploit them, you know what I mean?
Right.
It ain't the child, but unfortunately, like I was telling someone, I was explaining what I did before I had to stop doing it as far as dealing with children and whatnot. It's up to us, the professionals, to try to convince these babies that they got a chance in this world when the world is showing them nothing but their ass as they grow up,
It's important for us to
so
say it.
So many babies are go through that, Like I talked about this, I think I told you some stories about the boys would take on their home weekend, their home visits. They were so excited to get home, and that door opened, and their parent got that same perpetrator sitting there on that couch. You know what I'm saying? That excitement and everything just disappeared. Because but it's crazy when you're not protected. You know what I'm saying?
And them themselves weren't protected.
Exactly. Because they no telling what they went through. You know what I mean? It's an ongoing battle. This pedophilia and whatnot didn't just start. You know what I mean? It's been going on
centuries.
Yeah.
Do you think our parents had like the head in the sand syndrome?
Some can. I know Yeah, I know my mom did for some time when I told her, and ultimately I left home, at a very young age, and due to that, and
yeah.
and and I was told things that you know that I kind of knew weren't true, but okay, yeah, I can leave, so I'm happy to go.
Right.
I felt safer,
Fending for yourself.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Depending on someone else.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, you know.
Self-preservation. First law of nature.
And also, as a kid, you do have that little naiveness. You don't miss what you don't know. And me and God has had a long relationships, long
Right.
relationship. I remember as a kid, I could ask for something and see things, and feel things, and before I would get in trouble or before I went too far, something would say, "Hey, don't do that. Hey, do this. Hey, don't."
Right.
And I'd listen to it.
Right.
And every time I was safe. Anytime I didn't listen to it,
Right,
I'd
right.
end up like, man,
Yeah, you follow your first mind.
yeah, it becomes stronger
Follow
and
your
stronger
first
the
mind,
more you
definitely.
use it.
Them instincts kick in.
Wow. So, guys, today's topic actually is about relationships and communication. Relationships and communication.
Everybody.
Relationships and communication.
All right now.
Here we
All
go.
right.
All right, Cindy
So-
Lou.
You sure you want to talk about this, Cindy?
Well, yeah, because I mean, so the childhood trauma topic does actually connect to
course it
relationships
does.
and communication. It
All right,
does.
let's
Of course
get
it
into
does.
it.
That's the only
Hey.
way you can have a happy, successful one, is to talk about that childhood.
We got to
Just
talk
shout out.
about it. I mean, a lot of people ignore it. And I understand. I get it. It's a scary place to put yourself in,
Right.
to actually think about and face what you've experienced.
Right.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Guys, in
Let's
the
go.
comments, send us some comments to Chantel's phone or John.
Yeah, so
John's
I got a couple
alive.
of my
John's
fellow
live.
mental health professionals out there, Miss Kathleen and Miss Mary.
Yeah,
Talk
mental
to me,
health.
ladies.
Let's go.
I need another
Shout out to you.
tripod
Appreciate you, my
so
brother.
that I could be live on my
Nina, thank you, love, for showing up. You guys like, subscribe, and all that other jive. Thank you very much.
So,
That's right.
So what we gonna?
John, did
practice?
we hear your childhood trauma?
I told you guys, I was blessed enough that I can't say. The only trauma I had was getting beat up by my sisters and brothers. And
Wow.
Not no
and
more.
that wasn't trauma. That wasn't trauma. That was
ass whooping.
formation. Right. That was foundation laying. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
They knew
And
not
then-
to do it no more.
Hey, everything that went on in the house, I made sure it didn't happen in the street. You know what I'm saying? So it prepared me not to take no
Yeah.
ass whoopings outside the house.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I was blessed. I had a lot of examples. Like I say, being the youngest of 12, and I was observant. You know what I mean? Plus, I was, had to look out for nieces and nephews that was my age. So, I was prepared to do the traumatizing. I was babysitting at 8 years old. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
changing diapers,
right,
everything.
I was babysitting all that shit. Me and my niece sitting up with a couple of butcher knives,
Oh, my God.
scaring ourselves, watching Creature Feature.
Right.
Scaring the shit
Yeah.
out
Can't
of
make this shit
ourselves
up.
while we got the other little ones around
Yeah.
us. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was beautiful, man. I wouldn't change it for the world. But thankfully, I didn't have to deal with no abuse,
Well,
anything like that. So,
I told them my childhood trauma.
yeah.
But if y'all want a quick recap, because we're talking about childhood trauma, Chantel just told hers, and it's I know my friend, so
Right.
I get it.
Yes.
And for me, quick recap, my dad used to take me to Barbados when I was younger, about 4 years old approximately. And he left me with a lady that is probably a trusted person. And what she did was she took me to the front of the house and told me to strip naked. And all the neighbors were there around. And she started laughing and pointing to my vagina and saying, it's a fat vagina. It's a fat. Da-da-da. Well, you know, in Barbados they say Mimi. Now y'all know something, right? They call it Mimi. Look at the fat Mimi. Look at the. So I remember there being monkeys in the trees jumping around. And so can you imagine from the eyes of a 4-year-old how traumatizing that can be? People laughing at you and monkeys in the trees jumping around. Yeah, that was
that's crazy.
That actually helped me to understand recently why I am the way I am. Mm-hmm. You're cutting off half my face, John.
I mean, the way you were, you cutting off your face. I mean,
we could fit the frame.
Bad or something?
No, you don't smell bad.
I mean, you
no, you don't.
Look, he had to check first.
You know, I mean, no, I ain't
like, hold
on,
check. Let me check.
Know better.
No, right.
You don't smell bad, John. Never that. So that was my childhood trauma.
Right.
So how did that affect me in my adulthood? I always ended up being the shy kid. Even though I knew that I could, like the little engine, I know I could.
Right.
And I always say, I think I can.
Right.
Right? But it's affected me a lot in relationships and communication.
Right.
There went my mom. Relationships and communication, it has affected me tremendously. Yeah. All right? Just simply telling the truth about how I feel, talking about it. Speaking about it, yeah.
Majorly. And like I always tell my patients, recognition is 90% of the battle. You know?
That's it.
Understanding. Now I'm on to something, right?
Yeah.
So let's deal with it, guys. Let's talk about it. Because this bull is really affecting the planet.
Yeah,
okay?
Definitely.
It's affecting the planet.
Far too many folks.
Let's talk about it, honestly, deal with it.
Honestly, I would say probably about 70% of the population has dealt with that type of trauma. And definitely, I would say the number, you know, I started doing this in 2000, so from there to now, the 24-year period of talking to young ladies and women, I'm convinced that at least 90% of the women have either had to fight off a attacker or was attacked. You know what I mean? One way or the other, they face some type of sexual abuse or assault. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a damn shame.
And so many boys.
Shame. Yeah, boys. I ain't even counting the boys. You know what I mean? That's probably at least in the 65 percentile itself. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the past 20, 30 years. You know, I mean, I just couldn't believe some of the files I was reading. You know, and it's crazy. It's sad, man. It's sad. People wonder why some of these guys out here doing what they doing because they never saw no justice as a child. You know what I mean? So now as an adult, without getting any help, without getting any justice, now they become perpetrators. And guess who their victims are? Mm-hmm. Those that were their age when they started being, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Those are their victims. If they started at 3, they're going to get 3-year-old victims. They started at 10, they're going to get 10-year-old victims. That's how it goes.
Listen, as you were just talking and you was just saying, and we just said so many, we said boys, some thoughts come to me from the people that your parents know, the DJ, the uncle, the cousin, the family member.
Yeah,
okay.
The brother,
the immediate.
The brother, the sister. I mean, it's get that damn close. Your mother, your father. I mean, man.
I remember a DJ, now that I'm thinking about this man, I don't even know how old he was, but I know I was in, maybe I was double digits. I don't even remember. I know it was a DJ.
Right.
He was a DJ. He was a grown man. He had children and stuff. And here I am, a girl. Think, just so sad. Nurses. Man.
Nurses?
Nurses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 6th grade.
Yeah.
Guys, here.
Yeah,
listen,
man.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Now you need to take inventory of this kind of bullshit, okay?
Uh-huh.
You got to take inventory in your space.
Yeah.
Where is it happening? Is it happening? Yeah. Protect people.
Encourage
protect
those
humans.
to speak up. Even
The planet
just
needs
encourage
us
your young ones,
to protect.
your children.
Okay.
Your nieces and nephews. Hey, if this should happen, please come let us know.
Tell
Let
somebody.
me know. You know what I mean?
Right. Come tell
Man,
me. I'll share it for you.
Yeah.
I'll
I for
help
sure,
you.
like I for sure want my kids to like really grow up and be safe and know like when I close
you
my
know what
eyes,
kids
I'm
do?
doing
The
good.
world is infested with predators.
And you know what
You know what
kids
I mean?
do? If kids know that their mother and their father are going through something, they don't want to add to it. I'm sorry to say, because I was that kid.
Right.
And my mom was that mother. So genetics one is strong. And so if your mom is that type of person that took stuff from people, and you're probably going to be that person.
That endure a lot of pain.
Yeah. And you, I don't want to tell her because she had just lost her job,
Yeah,
or
you
she
pick up them
just
traits.
worked
That's
home
true.
late. She just got home and her house wasn't clean right, so I ain't gonna tell her today.
Right.
And I'll be over. And now it got too late. Now it happened 4 days ago. So now if I tell it now, it might be my fault
Right.
because
No,
I
it's
didn't
hearsay.
tell.
Or aggravating or
Yeah.
something to that effect.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
children. So if you can't tell a parent, go tell someone that you can trust.
Somebody.
They'll help you. They'll help you out of it. They'll somehow, or like I said, come tell us. We'll help
Definitely.
And
Coaches.
if you suspect something,
Yeah. Speak
listen,
on it.
pay attention to your intuition.
on it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's your gift from God.
If your children, if you know your child and something certainly is not right anymore, something might be happening.
Exactly.
I ain't
That's-
saying think the worst, but I'm saying just listen to
Investigate.
What
them.
does that mean,
Yeah.
bring show on camera? Bring them on camera. To bring them on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be laughing at me, Cindy. Tad bit dyslexic.
Listen, I'm just as bad.
That's that. You want some adulthood trauma?
I'm just as bad.
Cindy laughed at me one night.
I'm technically inclined.
Hey, we're going to laugh at you a lot.
I'm having trouble getting over it.
Hey, like Lester Brown here say, coaches. Yes, coaches.
Yeah.
Man.
But hey, folks, on this most serious note, at some point, man, you gotta try to move on. You know
Well,
what
you
I'm
do
saying?
move
You gotta,
on.
you know what I'm saying? No, a lot of folks don't. That's what I'm saying. They get older and they don't seek help, or their help is not available. It's not that people aren't seeking help. It's just that help is not available in a lot of places, and it's been diminished over the past couple of decades, damn near down to zero. You know what I mean?
Well, I think a lot of people haven't dealt with it. But then if we don't know about, like we say, this is like a phrase, and it shouldn't be a phase. It should be something talked about. But I know I've lived and dealt with just life and not dealt with that, but functioning.
Right. But everyone is not as functional as you, or someone else might have been, or as strong, as resilient, self-reliant. You know what I mean? A lot of folks aren't. Most folks aren't self-reliant like that. You know what I mean? And that don't make you weak. You know what I'm saying? But it can make you feel helpless and hopeless. And we all know what that follows up with. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid
What
you
that
should do
follows
something
up
that
with.
suicidal ideations.
Or
You know
another
what I'm saying? Or
vice.
self-harming ideations, or
projecting
homicidal
on others.
ideations. All of that comes from it, right?
Projecting on others too. I feel
projecting
like
on others, or abusing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And,
Not
and
that all the
drugs
things
and
may be bad, though.
self-harming.
Let me be maybe a little devil's advocate. Not all things are always horrible. Somebody can move on successful in life and happy in life with all of that having
doubt.
happened to them.
No doubt.
And to bring it out or to reiterate it may now start some trauma. There's some that have gotten through just fine blocking it out all their lives.
Yeah, but that don't mean they're fine, though.
But
You
I'm
know what I
saying,
mean?
no, I'm not saying that they're not. But to bring it up may have the reverse effect. Now they
True.
getting the big bag and ugly.
True, but they can also be going through life. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they're coping until at some point they realize, man, I never dealt with this. Trust me, I've talked with cats where they say they CEOs of big fortune companies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? These
They
guys talking
successful,
guys,
but they just ain't happy.
Right, in their mid-50s and 60s, and they're just not addressing.
Yeah.
You know, I had one guy talk about how his dad was Chicago PD, and all his life he kept his mom tied up in the basement. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, all types of, you know, you don't know what these folks are and aren't dealing with until they start dealing with it.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? And I mean, this dude, like, man, I went on and, you know, became successful and I'm worth millions and blah, blah, blah. But this has just struck me, you know what I mean? And me and that cat talked for hours.
Well, we had one in the
Talked for
chair the
hours,
other day,
one-on-one.
Willie.
Yeah, my man
He
Willie.
been successful,
you know,
and
And he's
boom,
just not addressing what happened to him. What old was he, 4? He said he was.
He's
y'all said
67.
age, 4 or 8 or something like that.
He was 4 years old.
Yeah, you know, and that's crazy. And that was by him being 4. That was early 60s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the cat 10 years older than me. You know.
Wow. Yeah.
It was very emotional.
That's
That was a very
that was a great
emotional
show, and
episode.
It
was
was
that,
very
episode 2?
therapeutic for that brother. Yeah, that was our second show. You know.
Yeah.
Bless Willie Sarah. Hope that brother doing all right this
Hey,
day.
y'all go visit Rachel's or Cowboys.
Yeah, go get your freak show on. At the
Go to them
strippers
stripper
lounge.
clubs.
Right.
Go make it rain, let it pour.
Right, in Orlando, Castleberry, wherever else. That's that.
Shouting
I
out
stripped
for
in
our
my bathroom.
sponsors.
That's
Right.
Yeah, I'm good.
You shake well. So I can get a ticket.
I don't think they got tickets now.
They got this.
I thought you just getting
I'm talking
money.
What she talking about? She said some place I ain't heard of before.
You ain't hear nothing, Joe.
Yeah, I heard it. I just want to hear you say it again. Like my man Alan
I won't
Peck.
say it again.
I just want to hear you say it.
You know how to do the replay.
So what about relationships? How relationships? I've been in 3 marriages. I have my first marriage from about 16 to 35. My second marriage from 37 to 37, like a whole 3 months. And then I got married. And I tell you, both. Okay, Pearl, let me finish. And then I got married to Cobbin 10 years ago.
Wow.
But I will say 2 of them were of the letter of the law, so marriage certificate.
Right.
I didn't, and that's because my husband, he really likes that. Me, I feel like, you know, how am I going to get I don't feel like they're credible to accreditate my marriage. I feel God is going to accreditate my marriage, and I didn't think that would be a piece of paper. And this was kind of how I thought, you know, in my first 2 marriages. However, it was important to my husband, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. You know, but we were committed. And so we've been married on paper for 4 years.
Right.
But I think the commitment of the person, of the 2 people, in the supernatural, the 2, 1 and 1 is 1.
Right.
So I took it like that. But, you know, relationships, everybody has their way, their the way they want people to love them, you know. Acts of kindness is mine.
Right. I think that you know, being through married and divorced and whatnot, I think it's unfortunate that the government got to get involved in every aspect of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That there, you know, things like that to me, that's all that bullshit is commercial weddings and all of that. You know, it's all about money, making money
Like
for
Black
the
Friday.
for the freaking system. You know what I mean?
Stimulate.
Because from my understanding, diamonds are like pebbles of rocks over here as it is in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Them diamond mines and shit, and they, you know, it's a way that they market and they hoard it, you know, to the rest of the world, and they set up these anniversaries and weddings and shit back in the day to start selling diamonds, because a diamond ring wasn't a thing until like the 20s, maybe 100 years ago or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, being married
People
for
weren't paying no
love
attention to diamonds,
is a big thing.
you
It's a
know?
new thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It used to be arranged, you know, in a
Right,
sense. They
right.
knew who with who parents grew up with this child or that child. Oh, he a good boy. His parents got this, and that's how marriage is stated. It was like a business.
Right.
The marriage being married for love, man, that's why the divorce
Does
rate
that
so
even
high.
exist? I mean, well, it does exist. I can't say it doesn't exist. It's just some people don't understand how it works.
Yeah, they feel they fall out of love, then okay. And especially if they don't have the respect.
Right.
If you love somebody but you don't respect them, then as soon as you fall out of love, guess what's happening?
Were you supposed to be in love
Disrespect
anyway? Were you
starts,
really in love in the first place?
Right. Well, you could have been in love or in lust, but again, if you ain't respect, then yeah, that's gone.
Right.
You got to respect.
So over here we got 12 steps to improve relationships and communication. You know, the first step, Cindy just scrolled right past it. It's called practice active listening.
Practice.
You know,
active
give your
listening.
full attention when you're communicating. You know, avoid interrupting. You know, and repeat back what you heard to show that you're trying to get some understanding.
Well, that kind of proves that you're listening, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just hear somebody, but you're listening.
What I
You
just
want to
say?
listen, and you want to listen to understand.
You just spoke for like 20
know.
minutes. How do you expect me to say?
Right. You want to listen to understand.
Summarize.
But most folks listen to respond, and if they listen at all, you know, they ain't trying to hear what you saying. You know what I mean? You could talk for 20 minutes, and
I would say I'm guilty
hear
of
what I
it. It's
say?
called
Hell no.
empathic listening.
oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'd be sitting
I'm
next
guilty
to you.
of it.
I can't hear
If you
you.
ain't talking
the
to
mic.
me, right? You can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, Jude. Listen, John.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
My bad.
Yeah, we need to get
I
him.
gotta
I
hear my
got
kids.
eardrums over
We
there.
gotta get him a microphone. Headset, because we can hear him blowing his nose and all, snuffling, sucking his teeth.
I
He
know.
don't know.
Seriously.
I'm like, I don't want these headsets no more.
No, we gonna get him some, so he gonna understand how that sounds. How's that sound?
Excuse me.
All right.
And like these ladies are doing. Number 2 is express yourself clearly.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
use I statements to convey your feelings and avoid blaming or accusing. You know what I mean? Just own up to your
That's right.
to your end,
That's right.
and hopefully, you know, you're speaking with a mature individual that will eventually hold up to his or her end as well. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, see, I feel like that's a part of the problem where people don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to explain and describe what's going on. Or sometimes they don't want to describe maybe because they're ashamed of what happened and whatnot. So
Well, in the relationship with that person?
maybe, well, I'm talking about childhood traumas connected to how it affects relationships and communication, right? So let's say childhood trauma. I know from I'm talking from experience,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because this thing already, what this woman did, it really fucked me up,
Okay.
okay? I
Let's
could have
deal
been a
with that.
different human being.
But, I mean,
Well,
I
wait,
can't
y'all
Y'all
imagine.
could have had all of this a long time ago.
Well, don't regret it. I'm certain you
No,
are.
no regrets.
Right
I
now,
know
it's
you
no
are
regrets.
probably who you're supposed to be.
No regrets.
And you're
It's all
becoming.
Everything's right on time.
That's right.
all
Know
fine,
that.
baby.
However,
I had an old lady tell me that in Arkansas about 4 years ago. She
You
made
are.
that statement to me. She said, well, we was talking about something. And she just told me, she said, it's all divine, dear.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And
wow,
divine
there it
timing.
is, right there.
nothing happens before it's
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I needed to experience a hell of a lot
To get
so
to
that we
this
could
right
be
moment.
Exactly, this
Yeah.
right moment here.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
All right, divine
We all
timing.
walk. Got to walk our walk.
That's
In order
Exactly.
to talk our talk.
That's right.
However,
And never balk.
from experience, childhood experiences, okay, it can affect the way you express yourself.
Of course.
And therefore, if you can't communicate and express yourself, then nobody understands.
Yeah.
Well, if you can,
Well, there's such things as
you-
nonverbal cues.
Yeah, and your understanding of you,
Right.
you know that when you start to understand who you are, you will come with the right words to explain to someone.
Yeah.
You will, because it will be important to you.
And that's why practice active listening. If someone is talking to you and you know it's something really serious, take the time and listen, doggone it. Okay?
Right.
Listen. You owe it to that person. Or else just plainly say, listen, I don't want to hear right now. But that's not nice. Be a good human. Be
Hey,
a good
Keisha.
human.
Don't be an ass.
Don't be an asshole. Be a good human. And listen.
And not
understand
everybody.
the nonverbal cues. Go ahead, Chantel. My bad.
No, you're good. I said, and if you're, some people, I wouldn't even waste my time to talk to about what it is. Some don't deserve it. Some will never hear you. Some don't care.
That's because most of the time those are the perpetrators.
Yeah, and that's why it's important for you to know you, and then you'll understand. You'll not waste your time. And the time don't cost nothing, but wasting time costs a lot.
Right.
And there's certain people you won't be around. You'll be all right. And you'll get, and then you'll have to do it too. You'll have to make changes when you make your decision in your life that you're better than what you've been through. You'll move on real quick. They'll be like, oh, we ain't heard from you. Oh.
So what you think, Cindy? You look like you had some thought there. Talk to me.
No, I mean, I'll just go to the next point, which is show empathy.
Yeah.
That kind of like goes right along with what Chantal was just saying.
Right.
I mean, you got to really put yourself in someone's position to understand. Try to understand. Imagine it if you need to. What if I was going through that shit? How would I feel?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to feel. Y'all just want to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna feel. Do you understand? We're going to freaking feel dark on it.
But what you mean
be scared
feel
of
and
it.
do? Explain. I don't understand.
Okay. Just a lot of people just avoid their feelings, how they feel. And they want to do all the yay things. And yeah, you got to do yay things. But if your feelings are having you to affect another human being's well-being, that's a damn problem.
Then you have to check your feelings, right?
That's a problem.
That's being in control of your emotions, you know what I mean? And,
That's a damn
and all of that, But it's mandatory that you be in control of your emotions, in order to,
We have to.
in order to show
Yeah, you're not
some
animal.
empathy.
No.
Right.
And we're not doctors, y'all, okay? We're just like having a discussion here.
Right.
So if you feel that what we're saying is triggering something, you need to be real with yourself
Right,
and
which takes us to bullet number 5, set boundaries.
set
You know,
boundaries.
communicate your limits respectfully and honor the boundaries of others, Maintain mutual respect. You know what I mean? That's another mandation. I know all of us have heard it all our lives. You got to give respect to get respect. You know, so always extend it first. That way when it's not shown and you got to, you know what I'm saying, address the disrespect, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? With all righteous endeavors. That's one of my favorite phrases. Got from a partner of mine when I was a teenager, my man Pop. Pop used to always say that. Hey, we gonna go whoop their ass with all righteous endeavors.
See what you made me do?
Right.
I was minding my own business.
I was just gonna go get some
You just
corn
try to
with it.
chill, eat a little McDonald's.
But no.
Y'all want to spit spitballs.
See, now I'm going to have to, hey,
Right.
it's only right.
That's a night, man. I had to tell y'all about that night. But
Somebody spitballs on you?
Oh, man, forced my guys to act a fool.
Come on, tell me
Then
about
all
it
of a
now.
sudden they talk about, John, get your guys. No, we told you. It was after a football game.
Okay.
Something like that. We all meet up
What
at
age?
McDonald's.
What age?
I was a junior or senior. I was a junior.
Okay.
Junior in high school. And, everybody having a ball, My guys happened to come to the game,
About how many of them?
about a half a dozen of other
Okay.
brothers, And
Yeah.
we sitting there chilling, I'm over there chilling with them. They was actually caught themselves trying to spit the spitball towards me, teammates of mine, And, I told them, man, chill out, y'all don't know these cats and they don't play like that,
Yeah.
But they kept doing it.
After you told them stop.
Yeah, a couple of times we asked them to stop. you know, motherfuckers think everybody they play toy. You know what I mean?
So
they
you
hit
was
the
with the
wrong
football team.
I mean, yeah, I'm with everybody. You know, I got along with everybody. Burnouts, you know, jocks.
But your six
thugs,
dudes, they wouldn't stop throwing. They wouldn't stop
spitting the spitball at my guys. You know what I'm saying? But which was say towards me, but we all there, so you missing me and hitting them. You know what I mean?
And so one hit him.
Man.
And what he do?
It was a melee.
Now, for those that don't know what a melee is.
It was asses getting kicked all over that joint. It was crazy scene.
John, you had to beat a couple of your friends' butt?
Nah, I didn't get involved.
Oh, Lord.
I let my man handle it. Hey, they
I
told y'all to cut it out. Right. I tried to say you when I asked you to stop. You know what I mean?
Was you friends with both of them still
I'm
after
friends
that?
with everybody, yeah. Hey, I ain't want no static.
It won't be none. Don't start none. Won't be none.
Won't be none.
Listen,
I mean, I got along with everybody, honestly. You know what I mean? Regardless of your skin color, whatever. At least I tried to. I just didn't tolerate the bullshit, the racial jokes and all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But
well, that's never
if
good.
it was cool, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but unfortunately, yeah, them guys took it a little too far that night.
Yeah.
And the next day, it's cool. Because my man got his jaw broke.
Ooh.
Yeah, he fucked around stating his case, didn't realize one of them guys was standing behind him, you know.
And another
clipped,
one
right?
bites the dust.
Bullies, right?
Huh?
Dealing with bullies?
No, just that, you know, when people think they got you out number 15-1, you know what I'm saying? They tend to be brave, you know. And that's how it's been throughout history, you know.
He said throughout his, yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Been. They always mob up on you, but they call the gangbangers cowards. We know where the gangbangers got their behavior from, you know.
Where they get their behavior from?
From the haters. The
And
haters
that's
don't
why I
hate.
set
That's why
boundaries.
we gangbanging, in the words of the famous Chuck D.
You know, haters
You
is
know.
all only people who didn't do what they
And can't do.
right.
No courage.
Didn't do, can't do,
lack
wish
courage.
they had it done. You
Yeah,
know
they
what I mean?
Yeah, they say they
And it's
can't do,
crazy,
huh?
you
Yeah.
know, those
They ain't
critics.
try, but didn't even try.
Right.
Lazy.
Critics.
Want to get it microwave done quick already. But
Do
you
it for
ain't
me.
did it. But
Do
you
it
did.
for me. I just want to sit here and fart.
Right. Somebody,
Yeah.
Who gave you what tonight?
Right. I want some.
right.
She feeling good.
She on a whole
Cause
nother level.
my stuff gone. I need to go
She
get a
on whole
refill.
I need to go get some
Glass
sleep.
Can I get a Cindy, what time we leaving in the morning? Y'all, Henry getting married tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Hey,
Yes, Sir Henry.
hey,
Here's
Henry
bride.
and his bride,
Future
Maxine.
family.
Yes,
Blessings.
cheers.
Blessings.
Blessings.
You got nothing in there, girl.
I had a swallow.
Oh, okay.
Well, sip. It tastes like spit. Hold on. Let me stop. No, yeah, man. In fact, the director of the movie is going to be there tomorrow, too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Austin's going to be there. That's right.
It's going to be
And let's get back to the topic, guys.
All right.
Communication.
relationships and communication.
All right.
And
Be open.
we figure it is tied into childhood traumas
Yeah, when
because
communication
what
skills.
happened when you were little might just affect you.
Your day to day.
Yes, in your day to day, the way you talk to people,
Mm-hmm.
how you set boundaries
Maneuver
with
throughout
certain
your day-to-day.
relationships.
Friendships. all
Yeah,
that.
all of that communication. The way, or can we just talk it out?
I know some people we do karaoke with. I ain't naming no names, but I can tell they had some childhood trauma. I can tell. And I'm like, ooh, they need to work that out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's unfortunate because it definitely affects their personalities.
It does. And they can be such
You know.
beautiful people. I'm certain they can be.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
So the next tip is be open to feedback.
hey, they ain't ready for that.
Accept
Criticism.
constructive criticism, okay?
Gracious.
Not from
graciously.
everybody, nah, because what you think about me ain't none of my business.
Well,
Nah.
here's the thing.
If I ask you, it's
I'm
something
open
different.
to criticism, but it's got to be constructive. If you're telling me that's something that can help me to improve what I'm doing, improve myself and my situation, whatever,
But coming from somebody who ain't qualified to roll a piece of toilet paper?
Right.
Well, there's such a thing as
Hypocrites and
destructive
Well, it could be constructive, but they don't know it. They just sound biting from what they heard somebody say.
But don't let your anger escalate the situation.
Yeah, you gotta like be real with it.
yeah.
If they talking the truth and they telling you like this is really true, you may have did this, you did this, and think you need to go say sorry, or I didn't do that shit. Fuck that bitch.
Then you're not ready for the conversation. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I won't
Tell
let
them holler at
nobody
you
get
some other
angry.
time. Holler at you some other time. This ain't the time for that conversation, pimp.
Yeah, I can't imagine nobody making me really that angry. Yeah.
Well, this happens in the world.
Yeah, when that happens,
It's happened to me.
Conflicts resolution skills.
I've been yelled at. Remember the childhood trauma thing?
Yeah.
It's made me very, I was a very timid child. And I was bullied at times. I feel so. And
Is it getting hot in here, or is it me?
It's you.
It's me.
so take off all your
Amen.
clothes. No.
Because
She said take off all your clothes.
take a.
It's just
Hey,
becoming,
man.
hey.
Y'all
we're-
want to see some guts? And the motherfucker look like he been through World War II. Hey.
Listen, no,
I
you got
take it
bullet
off.
holes?
I got bullet holes, stab wounds, and
No,
cigarette
you
burns.
don't. Really? I thought you ain't had no childhood trauma,
that's
your
that,
adult trauma.
That's that player clubs ride. Oh, Jamie Foxx, when he said we got bitches in here with bullet wounds, stab wounds, and cigarette burns.
No. What movie is
That was the
this?
strippers players club.
Oh, Players
That's what he
Club.
said.
Club.
That's what he said their strippers look like.
Oh, no.
So the next point is to learn conflict resolution skills.
Right.
Oh, come on, y'all. This is a big one.
Conflict resolution.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Not everything needs to be a yelling match.
Right. Try to stay calm.
It takes
Stay
two to
calm.
argue. Yeah.
And if you really feel like, it's boiling up like
Put it on the
100%.
shelf.
Yeah. Take a time out.
Yeah, go take a
Step
smoke-
outside.
Take a smoke break.
Come back tomorrow.
or
Something.
just put it on the shelf till when
Right.
you're ready.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
don't even have to be the next day. Wait
It
till
really
you're cold
doesn't.
in it. Yeah, wait till
Yeah.
you're cold. Because
That-
it ain't.
that's a big one.
You ain't. If you're defensive and I'm defensive, then we're not communicating.
Right.
Well,
There you
that's the thing. Healthy communication looks like you got a sender and you have a receiver. And if the sender says da 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 da, and the receiver says ah, da 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 da, you yelling too much. The receiver don't understand.
Nobody's receiving anything.
Nobody getting anything.
Right.
How,
Well, like I said, take two to argue.
Keep a cool head,
it
man.
do, but there are a lot of two people arguments.
Yeah.
Well, that's
in
it.
the
It
world.
takes two to argue.
Right.
One person can't
But
do it.
if one person don't back down and have some damn sense to just stop, because you're getting nowhere. All you're doing is blowing steam. Or you're
But
really
some-
solving the problem.
Speaking of blowing, lean up.
Oh my God.
Get out the microphone.
Bye-bye.
One thing we say is, one thing I say is, me and Cobb and we say we both can't be crazy at the same time. So no, that's our joke, but it's our truth.
Right.
We both can't be crazy at the same time. So if he's arguing and loud or he's loud talking, because like I said, it takes two to argue. If he's loud talking and saying something all blah, and I think it makes no sense, I'm just going, okay.
Smile and nod.
There you go.
Listen, you ain't getting nothing from me.
Right.
And there's times that, he'll do the same. He don't do it enough though.
Right.
Because I tell him, why you got to look like that when I'm talking? I didn't say nothing. I said, but you doing like this.
It's really hard to say nothing though. But
No,
guys,
it's not.
no, it is.
It is okay.
Especially when you got an opinion, but even if you have an opinion, you can communicate it in a calm manner. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Of course.
True.
It's how you say it.
Be like, hey, babe, yeah, I got that Tic Tac for you. You didn't want it, did you?
I didn't want it because it's too freaking small.
That breath is big though. That's a big breath.
Somebody
I know,
been-
I know.
been without a little
I
too
know,
long.
yeah,
That's
I
what
know.
you saying?
What?
Yeah.
What you saying?
What am I saying?
Tic Tac.
with all
She's
these
talking about a
Tic
Tic
Oh,
Tac.
y'all know I'm like a
And all
little.
these dick
Listen,
singing
I was
mouth,
sheltered.
man.
I was born in Trinidad. So a lot of things that I'm saying that the
Okay.
U.S. people they find like it's real perverted and stuff.
I'm just
That's
trying to
not-
see where your head
A
at.
tic tac's a tic tac.
Just trying to see where your head at. That's all.
A Tic Tac is a Tic Tac.
Tic Tac is a Tic Tac.
She ain't talking about a whale getting a Tic Tac or nothing.
Whatever. I was just saying.
That's that comedian joke, right?
I thought the water was getting hot.
No.
It's getting hot in here.
It's
so
warm.
hot.
It's perfect.
I'm checking the temperature.
Stick your toes in.
Stick my toes in.
All right.
Lord,
So
That ain't-
conflict
That
resolution.
ain't the part of the body.
How many of y'all listen? If you don't know conflict
I got it,
resolution, there's
Give
a
us
lot.
give us one. No.
Well, give one.
Yeah.
One.
Give us one.
Well, the first thing is to stay calm.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, like, shut the up. Shut your mouth. Don't feel that you have to respond to everything. Hush
Right.
and listen, because sometimes all somebody wants is to listen,
That's it.
right? And I know you want to be listened to also. So you can say, okay, okay, John. Well, listen, I know you want to say something, so you go ahead and you say something, and I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna say a thing. I'm gonna hear what you have to say, and then John, you're gonna give me.
What's that sound?
You gave me the damn crickets.
Oh. I thought I heard crickets. I thought I heard crickets. I was like, what did he just do? Y'all too much.
Oh,
Anyway, as I was saying, doggone it.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's
ahead.
it. Just
That's
take
it.
turns listening.
That's right.
That's it. And
John's a
you'd
good
be
listener.
surprised. Is John a good listener?
I try.
He's a good listener.
I try to be.
Most time when we hear and we getting our medicine, and I'll start to open up, and I was like, hey, I'm talking too much. I appreciate you listening. He told me, yeah, I guess it needed to come out.
Right.
You know, and that's definitely good. That's love.
Hey.
Well, that's the
Well,
number
you
one
do.
thing is listening to each other.
Yeah. Most
You
folks,
know.
I mean, most strangers, all they need is the ear. When I was Ubering, man, you'd be amazed. Folks get in that damn back seat think it's a lounge chair or something.
Mm-hmm. Put that tip
know.
cup up, though.
Right. No, that's the only motherfucking problem. I ain't tripping because I know.
You learn a lot.
You know what I'm saying? When I provide that type of service, you know what I'm saying? That's for me.
It,
know what
it,
I mean?
And it's a gift that
It's
keeps
for me.
giving.
Right.
Because you learn so much from what
Right.
people say that you ain't never been through by listening.
Yeah.
Riding this bike around the country, man, I've had some interesting gas station conversations,
Right.
and we don't look like what we've been through.
Oh, no.
And I done
That's why
seen
they hate
some,
us.
yeah.
That's why they hate us.
But when I say that, it's some people I seen that I didn't think that they definitely didn't go through, and they did, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And sharing just a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
What'd you say to that?
Listen.
Seth?
Everybody got a story.
Everybody does have a story, and sometimes people just want to be heard,
Yeah. That's
you
it.
know, and to feel that somebody understands. Even if this is a little bit of concern, it means a lot,
Yeah.
okay? Because that's the reason why we have a lot of people, kids in the schools. Listen, I grew up in the 80s, man. I came to this country and this shit wasn't happening.
Right.
In the 80s,
It all
Yeah.
we
I
had
mean,
the Pledge of Allegiance, we had whoopings, spankings, we had prayer in class, all that.
Back in the
I
schools,
wasn't
that's
with that
another
whooping
level.
shit,
Huh?
though. I wasn't with that whipping shit, especially in
Yeah.
high school.
I grew up in Panama City, Florida.
I would.
I remember the paddling chair was in the middle of the hall.
Really?
Man, listen, I'd rather get the paddling than my mother, but I was like, oh, okay, you gonna spank me? And I gotta call your mom. Oh, okay, never mind. You gotta call my mom? Oh,
I was only up for one time, and that was our senior year, because we was stepping through the hall, you know, and
oh, they was
you
giving
know.
paddlings in high school?
yeah, they tried, you know. So a couple of my guys took them. I refused, man. I was the only one that took the internal suspension. Come to find out, when our coaches was running the room, so I'm sitting out in the hallway right across from the cafeteria. It was just like a free day for me, you know. My partner and them, my nephew, come around the corner.
Somebody,
They
you
holding
supposed to
their
be
ass. They holding their ass coming from the principal's office. Like, man, y'all
Wait.
crazy as hell. I told the principal, man, I think
They
it's
holding
best
hands.
holding their ass because
Oh.
they just took their paddles. And they come around and they see me sitting in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? They was upset, highly upset that they took their paddles.
Because they compared it to home.
Right.
And something you ain't get when you was home.
Right.
From your parents. You got from your siblings, and you would just fight. Right.
I ain't taking no ass whoopings.
Hey,
I tell them, man, ain't no telling how I'm going to react when you hit me with that stick, so it's best you just give me the internal.
Listen, and isn't that a testament to childhood, just that? Yeah. You knew not to take it, and you knew you wasn't going to take it.
Right.
And these guys, they dealt with something different at home.
Yeah.
They dealt with a punishment that might have lasted how they didn't know.
Yeah,
you know.
Could be.
And this, they at least knew it, and they said, okay, well, we'll take this.
Yeah.
And so that.
Because later in life, come to find out, a couple of them did come from real fucked up environments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you know that we didn't see. You know, but like Mom always said, you never know what's going behind closed doors.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think I would have, if I had a choice, then I probably wouldn't have taken it. Who knows? Right. I don't know then. But I know now decisions are that the kids ask me, or when I'm interviewing somebody for a job position here or for a catering, whatever it is, I ask some questions that will clue me into some of their childhood, and one of their questions may be, and these are young people, 21 and under. I'll say, hey, if money was no object and you could have anything you wanted and go anywhere, what would it be? And I mean anywhere. And you often knew by their answer who kind of what they're dealing with or what they've dealt with in their young life. Yeah. If it was something extravagant and, don't knowing money is not an object, then they, they dream big.
Right.
If it was something as simple as having a full refrigerator full of food.
Right.
Yeah. So you learn a lot from just people's answers, and like you say,
to wake
listening.
up one day without starving.
Yeah.
Go to bed without being hungry.
Or if they answer, I would help everybody I knew, around my neighborhood that ain't everybody got a car, I'd buy everybody a car. Transportation may be an issue. You can make it as small as that, or as big as, this person might be ever been out of Sanford, or they're a couple of blocks.
Oh, you'll be surprised. You'd be surprised.
So listening.
A lot of folks probably in this town ain't never seen the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There is.
That's how it was in Chicago. A lot of folks never seen the lakefront. A lot of people in the suburbs never been to Chicago. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Yeah, but that's how it goes sometimes. You get trapped by your environments and your surroundings.
Yep.
And, that affects your relations. You know what I mean? And how you
I grew up in Trinidad. I was very sheltered.
Yeah.
And then I come to the U.S. and realize
you could be sheltered
people are
in the
out of
US
control.
Now. But no, you could be sheltered in the U.S.
Yeah, you could have been a latchkey kid.
I grew up in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's where the phrase come from.
Brooklyn is huge. I grew up in Panama City.
Flatbush.
The first time I seen a Chinese person or a Jamaican person, like with dreadlocks, I was in New York City. I had seen black and white. I had seen no other race of people.
Really?
I didn't know when someone told me about they were speaking Arabic. I was like, oh, okay, that's a form of Spanish.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't miss what I don't know.
Right.
I didn't know I had the accent. I thought everybody else had the accent.
Right.
They talk funny, not me.
Right.
So yeah.
Listen, I got teased for my accent when I was in high school. Okay? Y'all want to hear it? Sure. Okay. This guy used to say, and I hope you're listening to dude. I hope you're hearing this. Yeah. I forgot his name. Dang on it.
Couldn't have been that
You see, it's not even that serious.
Yeah,
See what you did, jerk?
I was in science class, and the teacher asked a question. And I said, sir, it's fiber. And he said, what? Fiber? And he just kept and through the hallway, Fiber, Fiber. That was my nickname. Throughout high school, Fiber. Because I said it with an accent.
Right. Yeah.
So then I started talking like this. You know, I'm from America. You
learn how to do it.
For the motherfuckers.
I had to like really ditch the accent, just quick, fast to survive high school.
Yeah, you had to fake it till you make it. I was good at faking.
I can't make that shit up.
Yeah, I was good at faking. I was good at being a chameleon. Come a chameleon. Come and go. Yeah, but you say that because again, you're the youngest. We're the oldest.
Right.
So some of the things that you were blessed with, we didn't get blessed with till later.
Right.
The trauma was so thick. We were
that
doing
freedom of expressing, the freedom to express.
Yeah, we got them when they're young,
and
when
knowing someone
when
got
they
your back,
fresh off of
what
pain.
I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, you get.
But that's another thing though. I never had one of my older brothers or sisters fight for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, growing up in the Chi, that short time I spent on the West Side, I know several folks who lost brothers and sisters for that very reason. You know what I mean? Running up behind some dumb shit that they did or something, and they end up, dead over this situation, So I'm like, I never lose one of mine to that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always made it a point to never start shit. You know what I mean? So, because chances are those that started some shit, that's because they comfortable in thinking that they, you know what I mean, already got the upper hand. And when you got an opponent that's already thinking that they just gonna do whatever they want to you, that's when you're at the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't expecting what you got for their ass. You know what I mean?
Because they don't expect you seen as much as you seen.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You done seen some stuff they've never seen at their age. Yeah.
Right. So. Because
their parents is the young.
Right. I got sisters and brothers your mama and daddy's age.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And seeing them grow there.
Right.
So
and that's what a lot of my buddies' parents, that's what they liked about me. I'm like, how kids call other folks' parents mom or dad or what like that.
Yeah.
I never did that. I'm like, no, you ain't old enough to be my mama or daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up. Even though you got
you
kids my age, you know what I'm saying? You're their mama and daddy. You ain't old enough to be mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tell me a minute. My dad was born in 22. Mama was born in 26. Like my man Goldie said, motherfucker, can you buy that? Y'all wouldn't know about that.
No,
about that?
But you're right. You can't.
Y'all never
you
seen
can't
the
buy
Mac?
that knowledge.
Y'all never seen the Mac, the movie The Mac?
Return of the Mac.
No, that's a black exploitation used in Trinidad when it came out. But anyway.
Thank you.
But anyway, yeah, so old classic. You got to check it out. These pimps is having an argument. Anyway, and dude was, broke the cost of his Cadillac down for him and actually can't even buy that.
Say again? Talking to mics.
I said it was a flick. It was about pimps, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And
so I guess there was some hoes in there too.
Matter of fact, this conversation started over because a man called my man.
Listen, I don't really say that H word.
You know what I'm saying?
But if y'all doing what you're
Cindy,
doing,
hold on, I want to get
and the
get
conversation
the
ended up between Richard Pryor and the main character. He's like, Richard gave him $1,000 for the ride plus $35. They adding up the money it cost, and he said 37 blah 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 blah. And said what it cost. Turned to the nigga that was talking shit. Said, motherfucker, can you buy that? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's a scene you guys got to see. Matter of fact, let me pull it up.
No, don't do that. Get the crickets.
Yes, here we go. Yes. Thanks, friend.
I can't hear it. So
you get a double cricket right there. And a harp.
Wow, what it sound like? What the harp
what
sound
we gonna
like?
do? 42 forever.
Is the harp what's that song, Daddy Boy? Is that what the harp sound like? Oh, Daddy Boy.
Yeah,
the pipes are calling.
Hey, Cindy, his parents was born in 22 and 26.
That's right. Yeah, I can't even think about that.
My grandmother was born in 38.
Right.
Yeah.
My mother was born in 46.
My granny was born in 1900.
Yeah, man. Wow.
That's the grandparent I do on my
That's
mama's
beautiful,
side.
man.
My
Wow.
daddy's
Some
father
history
was
right
born
there.
1889, I believe I saw in the family Bible.
Wow. Y'all still got who got the family Bible right now?
I don't know. I'm hoping that my cousins and them got it because I hadn't seen it since I was a teenager. I'm hoping my daddy left it with his niece. You know, my cousin
Hey, y'all,
took
if
it,
y'all
her
don't know,
kids
y'all know
got
where the
it.
family Bible at, hey, give a holler. Give a holler. I know Calvin's family Bible is in our house. My mother got it. If we, I'm assuming, hey, I don't know. Listen, hey,
You better check for it.
I've been Muslim for over 30 years, so I'm
Gotcha.
okay. But I mean, it's always sentimental, But I know some of the worst things that happened to me in my life that made me who I was came from Christians,
Right.
And so it ain't the book that make them, they got to do it.
Yeah.
They got to do the work. So, it's sentimental. And what it say is true. A lot of the stories in it ain't nothing new under the sun, and it helps us all out.
Right.
And every story in there is spiritual,
Right.
and we can, I know I can accommodate for most of my life going through some spiritual battles that are talked about in those books. So, whether it's the Torah, the Quran, or the Psalms, or the Gospel,
Because it goes back to, like you said, ain't nothing new under the sun.
nothing.
You talk about enough stories out there, everything you say is going to hit somebody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It might not be the same somebody,
That's
but it's
right.
going to hit
That's
somebody.
right. We can relate. We can
right.
be familiar.
There's always somebody that can relate to it.
Right.
You know.
That's it.
And that's why I try to tell folks, if you could just remind yourself and believe that it's, no matter what you're going through, somebody got it worse. You know what I'm saying? And if you could think about that and imagine them smiling and getting going, because, what made me realize is there's not a thing to cry about when I was working with them autistic children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they could smile and laugh, you know what I'm saying? What the hell is you crying about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What the
Yeah.
fuck you complaining about? Come on, man.
They want an excuse not to work, not to solve the problem.
Right.
And no, you're not going to get that from.
Right.
You shouldn't get that. You should be held accountable.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with accountability. It keeps us.
Y'all want
keeps
to try
us.
to bring somebody on camera?
No.
We ain't
Cobbin
ready-
say one love.
I ain't ready for that chat.
I mean, if you got somebody asking, nobody's asking right now. That's just Facebook asking. Do you want to do it? But if they want to, they'll request. So if
Okay.
anybody out there wants to, we ain't gonna invade
Well, it
the
ain't gonna
privacy.
be able to happen on that day, I don't think, because that's not giving me full connections on a lot of things.
Okay,
Won't let me open up certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So I believe that's one of them government issues, tablets. So
Well, that's what you sign up for.
yeah. I don't mind. I know
You
they
get what you pay for.
Hey, them raggedy son
You say too
bitches
much.
gonna hear what they want to hear anyway. So, hell, I look like trying to hide from them.
Yeah, I remember at my grandfather's house, he would talk about the mark of the beast. He'd be sitting on his porch smoking him a joint, some reefer.
Oh, reefers.
And he looked like, who he reminds me of this day and age? He like he could be Snoop Dogg's grandfather. Same nose,
Right.
That Native American with, so much of us, the African, the Native
Right.
American, the Caribbean, but seeing those features, when every time I would look at Snoop and I say, man, I know it's the same tribe,
Right.
And so he would tell me about the mark of the beast. He'd tell me about the things that they hear in technology and, how it'll be no long, instead of God and man, or it'll be machine and man.
Yeah.
The fight in the machine. And so that's not what we want. And at 8 years old, I'm like, what are you talking about?
And that's because these machines are being created and built by cowards that weren't able to defend themselves. So they gotta, you know what I mean?
No.
And when all this stuff started turning on their asses, you know, that's what your pops is talking about. You know, like
Well, I ain't
people
got
need
that
to,
deep yet.
People need to look at the warnings that they do because they always put everything in
Well,
front
where
of
did
you.
the technology
You know,
come
Will,
from?
You know what I'm saying? My man Will with that iRobot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, there it
Oh, well,
is
that-
right there. They
that
let
does
you
come
know.
to fact,
You know,
you know.
the iRobot, the movie Christine. You know what I'm saying? When they, you know, all these things that was that other flick where all the machines and shit started taking over. I forgot, but anyway, if you
That's been
you know what I'm
happening ever
saying?
since the Jetsons. What you
right,
talking
right,
about?
you know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot of movies about it.
So all this AI, when it's able to, you know what I'm saying, connect to its own so-called master board or whatever, you know, and it shut down the bastard that's supposed to be in charge of it, who's going to take care of it? You know what I mean? You talking fighting metal, you know, and shit like that hand to hand, and you know, man gonna have a hard time, but I believe we'll be all right because, like
Hear
I
that,
say,
Elon?
I don't think
man
there's
didn't create
anything.
man, so man can't destroy man. You know what I mean?
I think there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Whether it's rocks fighting rocks,
Yeah.
machines fighting machines, computers,
Look at the scrolls and
electricity,
hieroglyphics,
fires,
you know what I
waters.
mean? I'm like, what the
I think if it's
Yeah.
a form, it's still the same. You still the same battle
yeah.
of
Because I
who
always said,
we can get better. If they divide us, they conquer us. If we're stronger together, you know. I think the only time the humans gonna get together is when some aliens come down, and they'll be like, "You see them one-eyed ones."
and they already here.
Yeah, I
Aliens
actually
already
saw a Congress.
here. Looking like us.
Was it like they had a committee designated to discuss what's out there. What is the government hiding about extraterrestrial
You think they hide?
beings?
I think if it's extraterrestrial, the government ain't hiding.
Water
I
beings,
think
too.
that extraterrestrial want to hide.
Yeah, so the big thing is that a lot of pilots have seen some things,
Yeah.
and there's not like a way for them to communicate that without risking retaliation.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of them are scared to even say something.
Right.
So this committee, I'm not sure who they were if they were like from Homeland Security or NASA or whatever. I don't know who they were. But it was a bunch of men. It was a bunch of men. And
Okay.
yeah, they were, they pretty much gave no information. And yeah, I don't know anything about that, ma'am. I don't know anything about that, ma'am. I don't know
Right,
anything
right.
about that, ma'am.
I
What
plead
the
the-
hell? Y'all
1,
wasting
2, 3,
taxpayers'
4,
money for that shit?
Listen, y'all going too deep for me. Like I say, nothing new under the sun. I'm just thinking. I'm
That's
thinking.
what we're here to do. Peel off them layers. Off them layers. That's called that self-awareness.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
what we talking about today?
Relationships
And communication. We went so off topic, y'all.
Hey,
But this
problem
is, we like
solving.
Seinfeld.
Like problem solving.
Just
Right.
we just talk.
There's a solution for
willy-nilly.
every problem.
Yeah.
You agree?
Anybody
I agree.
say anything over there?
No
You
need
got
to fight
Bridget,
about it.
Say hey Bridget, hey Cobbin.
What's happening, y'all?
Yeah.
What's up?
There's a
My
way to
man
work.
Reggie to join the
everything.
force. What's
Hey-
up, boy?
Hey Harley Davidson.
Reggie Johns, he tried to
Hey,
tell y'all a
China.
story last week, but I don't think y'all
Got a lot
saw
of
it.
folk join in and say hey.
He spoke on an event that took place back in high school.
What was that?
Reggie, my man Reggie,
Oh.
tried to tell y'all a story a couple weeks ago. I noticed we missed it. Y'all asked me about some childhood shit.
Yeah. But you gave us did you give us a half-ass story? Or is
No, I didn't give you none.
You
of it.
really
I
had no
said
childhood
Reggie was
trauma?
gonna give it to you. Oh no, it wasn't no trauma for me. It was the trauma. He was trying to tell you about a fight I had. I wasn't traumatized at all.
So you were
Look.
the trauma giver.
Yeah, you can say
Were
that.
you?
You can say that.
So what you're saying is there are some people
Yeah.
out there that
He-
might have trauma from you.
Yes. yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
John.
That's
Yeah.
my sucker.
Y'all
I don't
know
know,
if-
John.
Y'all,
But
John
like I said,
didn't.
that was on them. You know, they asked for that. I didn't
John
offer
said
that.
he never went up to anything and started anything with
That was
anybody.
never, ever.
However, if you poured one cup of water on him in like a trick. Now,
course.
it ain't his fault if he come back with 5 gallons.
Hot water.
Because had you never, ever, and listen, and I understand that as a mother of 10, trust me, Lord, I'd have to tell one of the kids. Now, one kid would never get in trouble. Well, no, he would try to sneak all the time, and no matter how he tried to sneak, I have to look away not to beat his ass all the time.
Right.
And then one, he was so good at sneaking, every time I caught him, I had to get him. And so John was this one. So the sneaky one would go.
Wasn't no catching me.
Right. Yeah, see, anytime one would come to me and said this one did something, and I have to go, but he did it first. And I go, why you had to wet up the whole carpet, the area, with 5 gallons of water? At least So I'm beating his butt because, not because he wrong.
Because you got to clean it up.
Yeah, he done ruined stuff. It ain't just to clean it. He gonna clean it up. But now it mean I gotta run my dryer. Come on now.
Well, actually,
You could just come tell me. But he ain't coming to tell me.
Right.
so I had a
I'm gonna
rule
step
with
in
my
your
kids,
problems,
right? I had a rule with my kids. I didn't like beat my kids or nothing like that. You know, there wasn't an abuse or anything. But you know, what deserves a spanking? Because a spanking is different from a beating, okay?
Right.
Yes,
So
yes.
what deserves
It's
a
not
spanking?
abuse.
Anything off the ass is abuse, you ask me.
Well, I always
That
say
ass-
if you're
That ass cover everything. You know what I mean? Put it all on the ass. It'll be all right. Hard head, make it soft behind.
if you're doing something that
Their disappointment,
another.
letting them know most times works. And then you have one or two that just like, he don't care. And I have to like bring them back a little bit to say, hey, I do care. And it's been a couple times that I had to, rough them up.
Right, right.
Just to let them, but it only had to happen one time. And the others just had to see it.
Right.
They're like,
right.
oh, she ain't playing.
Right.
Okay. And
Don't do
everybody was
that.
straight,
Check
you
that
know.
off.
well, I think a beating comes from anger. Like if the parent is angry, then maybe you don't need to spank
Right.
the kid.
No, I didn't
No,
beat.
it wasn't
Yeah, I
out of
didn't ever
anger.
spank him when I was
Wasn't
angry.
out of anger.
Not out of anger.
I was always-
more out of fear of you. You could have been. You was almost dead.
Okay.
Right. If I
That's
got
the
an
point right
excuse,
there.
it
Yeah, like-
was-
And that's where my rule was. If you're hurting someone else, I'm going to beat your ass. Okay? If you're breaking something, you're breaking my stuff in here, I'm going to beat your ass.
Now, my mom
Now
would
the
say,
material stuff. Well, I knew not to
No,
buy nothing.
you don't
material.
damage anything.
But don't right. Don't
But it was
touch
it was
nothing.
more like a spanking, not a beating.
Yeah.
Right, my
You know,
mom
I sound
would
beat
say,
your
"I'm
ass.
whooping your
It
ass
just
so the
sounds
police
scary.
ain't got
And they
you."
used to be scared of me.
Yeah.
And,
know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
put some fear in
Somebody
the
out there would kill you for
She
that.
said, I'm whooping your ass so the police
Save
ain't
the
got
child.
You, you know.
discipline at home.
And
She advised
struggle.
us, don't run from them motherfuckers.
And there's
You
different
know what I'm
ways to
saying?
doing it. Like you said, not
yes,
one work for the other may not work for the other.
Right.
You know, so some I just had to talk to. They just need to know I was disappointed.
Right.
Or just think, oh, well, if I do that, then Uma gonna think that and not do it. And there was some like, she don't see me. She don't see me.
Hey.
And I'd go, hey, the stuff that I don't catch you doing, God gonna punish you.
Right.
And if they still didn't care, yeah, see, then I got to get in there, and then God told me to do this.
For your well-being,
Right.
okay? Because you need to live for this earth.
That's it.
So-
Let me open the door. We got a studio audience.
All right.
Hold on. I seen Mr.
Okay, so I'll take a break too. Back in 2 and 2.
Yeah, I take a little ice and some water. The ice for this syrup.
You're gonna be
Now,
like,
it's in
we
my
ain't
cup.
done yet. We just
Right.
taking a short, quick
Right, the
break.
ladies Taking a quick break, you know. Brother Cobb, what's happening, my man? Everything all at once. Yes, sir. Makes the world go round. You know. Yeah, but we have a couple more bullets here to touch on, guys, before we wrap this show up. We're down to, we did the self-awareness, reflect on your own feelings, behaviors, and communication patterns to identify areas for improvement. And that was number 10. It's a lot of bullet points as far as this is concerned. Number 11 would be honest and transparent. What you think about that, Brother Cobb? You just come in. Come here, man. Matter of fact, have a seat, my man. Yeah, come here, join the show real quick. Yeah, being honest and transparent when dealing with relationships.
Some people say everybody don't deserve the truth.
Well, they don't. They don't. Not even waste. Don't waste your breath.
Would you put that water in that picture?
Yeah.
The water in that picture, so I don't get it in mine.
I'd rather risk, offending somebody
Right.
than to be untrue and
Right. Slide over a little bit, brother. Oh, there you go, right there.
incur
My bag. I ain't gonna bite you. All right, we got Brother Cobbin McGee here, Mr. Cobbin.
Good evening, Facebook family.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to be here.
But
God bless the speaker and the hearer of the word.
yo,
We had to cool off some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
bro.
yo, I don't want to see his toilet. Do you sit down when you pee?
Never.
Where's your hand? I don't know.
Just throw that over there for me.
Throw it on the ground.
Tried to make it. My fault,
John,
Cobbin.
thank you for inviting me into the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy.
3's the Crowd podcast,
Yes, sir.
live from Chantel's District 2.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Honor and a pleasure. We looking at number 11.
Yes, sir.
Be honest
You want the headphones,
and
Cobb?
transparent. Thank you.
I did object, but I'm gonna go and let it flow.
What you object about?
3's a crowd.
Please, crowd. Speak
No,
truthfully.
no, just no.
Even
Go
when
ahead.
it's difficult, speak truthfully.
That's right.
You know,
Hey, listen.
that's how you build
as
trust.
a joke. That's it.
Okay.
Avoid misunderstanding.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I rudely interrupted.
And
As a joke.
Chantel is on our own planet,
Speak
as
truthfully,
always.
even when it's difficult, to build trust and avoid misunderstanding.
What is that saying to you, brother?
I'm reading off the page.
Yes, sir. I'm saying, what did it say to you?
Okay. I know I don't know. I can tell you my view.
That's what I'm asking for.
I can tell you my opinion.
That's what I'm asking for.
If you got something that you're doing and you need help, and you're going to need help, you've got to ask. And the only way you can effectively ask for and get help is if you are doing 100%. You see, if you're not doing 100%, then you don't know if you need help in that area or not.
Right?
You don't know where really you need help. You might think you need help, but you really don't need help. You can do that.
Right.
There may be something that is not in your suits, your strong suits. I'm smart in some things and dumb in everything else.
Right. Know your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may need help, but you don't know you need help because you thinking that you
Got
need,
it.
that you want help over him. But speak truthfully, even when it's difficult, to build trust and avoid misunderstanding. Trust in yourself and misunderstanding your own self.
Right.
That's what I get from that.
All right, Ms. Chantel.
Repeat the question.
We was on 11. Be honest and transparent. To say, speak truthfully, even when it's difficult, to build trust and avoid misunderstandings.
Definitely, you got to speak from what you know.
Miss Cindy, you ready to return, dear? You ready to return? Say good night. Everybody ready? Brother Cobbin,
Yeah, we still
appreciate
have-
you, my man.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, again, thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure, Miss Cindy.
Yes,
Glad
sir.
to turn it over. Here you
Thank
go.
you kindly.
Thank you,
Brother
Brother
Cobbin
Cobbin.
McGee. Yes, sir.
He did. Listen. Man, listen. Hey, there'll be a time
All right.
when we'll have a studio audience.
All right. You made the brother leave.
No,
I was serious about that name too.
no, for real. I
Boy, it's
mean,
annoying.
Boy, it's annoying.
hey, five is a vibe.
Hey, 5 is a vibe. I like that.
You know, it can go on and so forth. You know.
Didn't know the angle. 6 is a-
6 is success.
Shut up, Nick. That's what 6.
Oh, man.
Just rhyming. That's
I ain't
all.
said nothing.
Hey,
Shut
I
up
don't
and
even know what
ride.
you're talking about.
Shut
Right,
up
right.
and ride. So we go down here to number 12, which is invest in quality time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Straighten the bond.
Wait,
by
you
dedicating
skipped
time.
right
we
over
pick-
me. You know,
Oh,
you.
my
you
bad.
skipped-
We
Yeah,
went
yeah.
through all
that's
of
right,
that.
Chantel. Yes, we did.
Maintain check-ins. Wait. Okay. Come on now.
Yeah.
We're
no.
talking about relationships and
review.
communications, okay?
Yes.
So,
Okay, so
tip number 1, practice active listening.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2, express yourself clearly.
Right.
yeah.
3, understand
Nonverbal
nonverbal clues.
Mm-hmm.
Did we miss that
cues.
one?
No, we
M-
did.
Cues, I'm sorry. We didn't
We
miss.
talked about body language.
We
a
did
little
talk
bit.
about body language.
We
Yeah.
flew
we
by
did.
that one.
Yeah, we did. Show empathy. Okay.
Right.
Put yourself in that position. How would you feel? Do unto others. Set boundaries. Okay.
Right.
Sometimes, yeah, you need to like, if someone that you know your heart
Make
is
sure
the
you're
dot.
communicating respectfully.
You got a circle. You guys ever seen that chart where you get a circle and your heart is the dot? Okay, I gotta draw it. I have to show you like this. Your heart is the dot. Okay.
Okay.
So your heart is the dot.
Okay.
And nope, your heart is in the middle. Get
Right.
it? And outside of the heart, you got relationships. All of those other dots are relationships, right?
Okay.
And the closer you are to the dot, that's your heart. So those are that's your family, you know, your close friends, etc. And they get further and further out. People from Facebook, all the way on the line. No, I love you guys. No, I'm kidding.
Cindy's
kidding.
very
I'm
visual.
kidding.
I would like, we needed to go through all that, Cindy.
Yeah, we do. We have to understand.
You're right.
Because
Yes.
when someone that's close to your heart, okay, deceives you or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you need to transport their ass a little bit further out.
Yes.
Okay? Like maybe around here
Yes.
where you could reach your arm, you
Right.
know, like that. I love
Right.
you from afar.
Get that spoon,
Okay?
that long
That's a safe
pepper
space for you
spoon.
until you learn what you've done.
Right.
Got it?
Got it.
So, and
You
then
know,
the
you know what I would do?
Excellent.
What would you do?
Excellent
This
analogy.
what I would do. Hold it up. I take that damn circle right there, my heart, and skip my ass right on over here.
Lead ass in a circle.
I learned that from Pastor A.R. Bernard in Brooklyn, New York.
Is that right?
Thank you. Thank you,
Awesome,
Pastor
awesome,
Bernard.
Pastor Bernard.
I like it.
Damn tissue.
Listen, that shit made me like really pay attention to relationships and the dynamics.
Awesome.
So
There you go.
There
That's
you
a
go.
nice
All
lesson.
right.
Quick.
I
all
like
right.
it.
So that was
Nice visual for
what was that? Set okay.
Visual.
The
Visual.
boundaries.
Okay, boundaries. And then the other one is
Open
be
to
open to
feedback.
feedback.
Yes.
If somebody's telling you something, be real with it. Like,
Yes.
be real with yourself. Okay?
Yes.
Is it true or if it's not? If it's not true,
That's why I
it's
said
not
I
true.
was
Why are
gonna
you getting
take that
offended?
heart
It's not
over
true.
Right, right.
there. I was like, I ain't gonna even wait.
Don't
I'm
even
just
address
moving
that
that.
shit.
No,
Right,
I don't
right,
even
right.
need to explain shit if it ain't
Right,
true.
Right.
All right? Believe it if you don't. I be that.
Don't even gotta explain it if it's true.
With love.
And sometimes, you
Like,
know,
I could
someone
neither
says,
confirm or deny.
say again.
Be like I could neither confirm or deny.
Okay.
You ain't gotta explain shit to nobody.
Right.
That ain't
Yeah, especially someone that the people that matter know.
right.
Yeah, if you know. Oh man, you
If
know how
they
many
don't matter to
times
the
I've been
situation.
I've been talked about through, people I don't even know, or you got to be a little thick-skinned too, if you're, because especially if you're one who wants to state accountability, you have to then be the one
Exactly.
to, if you're not accountable, then somebody may hold you up and say something, and you got to go, all right, hey, I heard you. If you can be so bold to say that. It's been a couple times I haven't been, because I didn't really know. I was like, after, I was like, damn, they talking about me.
What the hell?
You had to
I like,
be open to feedback.
Right,
I like,
right.
damn, that might be right.
Open to constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Listen.
Yeah.
And sometimes criticism isn't good. It don't sound good at all.
Right.
All right. So don't become
Yeah, the truth hurts.
become defensive.
Truth hurts
Just
sometimes.
be real with yourself.
Yeah, if it's true, you all right. You ain't got to
make the
truth.
change. Make the change. That's it.
Little bit at a time.
So learn conflict resolution skills. All right.
Yes.
Come on now. Keep your peace. It's worth it. Really. And silence is loud.
So you keep
Sometimes
the anger
you
level down.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, keep the anger level down.
People would just diarrhea their mouth and let you know everything if you just shut your mouth and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your mouth and listen.
Better to be thought of as a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Right,
And even a fool would seem intelligent if you shut the fuck up.
Especially when your breath smells as bad as the shit you talking.
Y'all got him, boy. Boom. Boom. Got him all day. You
Where did
hear all
that come from?
Hey, we're going to give you some analogies, ain't we?
right.
What they call them? Gems.
Dropping them everywhere.
Yes.
All right. So the other one is maintain regular check-ins. Guys.
Okay.
But after COVID, right?
Wait, no, hold on. I disagree.
You disagree?
Yep. To maintain a relationship, I got to maintain regular check-ins. Because
You're
my
talking with your
regular maybe
partner.
didn't. Yeah. Me too.
No, you okay, honey?
We gotta talk about
But
it.
what do you consider regular?
I don't
Well-
know, at least once a day. Ask them
Well,
how
if we
they
gonna
feel.
see each other,
Not once
then
a
we
day. If you done some dumb shit and I'm mad, maybe I don't want to talk right now. So I'm gonna need some time to think about this
Uh-huh.
and to see
I
what
know
part
you-
of my circle I need to put you in because you're
Right.
gonna be repositioned.
I know. What
Until
about
you
when
learn your
time
lesson.
Come and I ain't like, okay, I ain't ready.
I'm cool with that.
Then what?
I'm cool with that.
You know.
See me, listen.
now you gonna be like,
I
now
can
you-
only dish.
How you gonna act like that?
I can only dish what I'm doing.
All right.
But that's why I'm asking though. What do you mean regular check-ins? What do you mean?
Maybe not regular.
I mean, but
What
regular
is regular?
people
Maybe
is
just
regular.
let's just
What is
put check-ins,
abnormal
and
to
it
you?
depends on the situation. Maybe.
Okay.
So let's say you leave, you guys party in the morning, call you around lunch.
That's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already. Okay. Wait.
All right, too much. I just left your ass 2
Right.
hours ago.
Say, what?
But hey,
I'm
all
doing.
right.
I'm still
right.
doing stuff.
I
What?
remember that.
Is something going on?
I don't know.
No. Yeah. Come on. That's too
Hey.
much. Especially when I'm finna see you later.
Exactly.
Never know.
What you mean?
I mean, I
Hey.
love you,
Right,
but
but
Yeah.
Brian
Yeah,
McKnight
okay.
said just in
That's what I
case.
mean. Like regular. Like what? You mean?
I like space. I like my self time.
Yeah.
I do. And if you can't love yourself, guys,
Nope.
you can't love nobody
so
else.
y'all cool with him? So y'all cool with your guy going the whole shift without?
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Couple of shifts.
The whole shift without saying what's happening. The whole work shift, 8 hours or
Yeah.
10 hours. 12 hours.
I am.
Yeah, why
hours.
not? You can send me a text,
You know.
That's
Hey.
what I'm saying.
Okay. That's
but
cool.
you're not required to call every time.
right.
Right.
Like-
I might not even talk to you for a whole day.
A text is communicating.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe we're sounding like we don't love our partner.
No, that's not what that is. You just
I
have
think y'all
a
sound like
thing
y'all
of.
full of shit.
Listen, you may have someone feel differently. I'm sure there's women who feel differently that
don't
want
know.
that.
Maybe
And
there's a lot of
you're a man that wants that. Well, then
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't
just
say
the tough
I was a
bitches.
man. I'm
We
just
grew
going
up-
by
Oh,
what
so
I.
you
real
not
tough. That's it.
what? So that's not what you did.
I mean, no, not
So
necessarily.
what are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Oh Lord.
most
So
folks.
you talking about
No,
somebody
I'm going
else?
off of what folks have talked to me about.
No,
And
okay.
it's always about I don't understand. If you could go all day without talking to me, you go all night. You could go all night without talking to me. And I'm like, how asinine is that?
That's
you
not.
know?
But that's not what's necessarily happening. I can go all day and not talk to you, and I'll see you tonight.
Yeah. What's
Right.
wrong with that?
That's what most
I mean,
guys
like, you-
think, but most women.
But you giving your opinion as to what some people say. What have you? We talking about your opinion. This is not about them.
No, exactly.
I've never been mandated to do such a
got the
thing.
mic.
So that's what we asking. What
John
do you
got the mic.
consider regular check-ins?
Regular check-ins whenever you feel like, hey, what's up?
That's what I'm talking
know?
about. Okay, then that's regular to me. That's good. When I run across your damn mind, you can do it. If it's
Right.
don't be now trying to do it every hour because I'm not
Right.
gonna be available.
No, don't
Hey.
call me and just like sit on the phone and you got
Nah,
nothing much
we-
to say. No,
Right,
we ain't
right.
doing
Dead
that.
out.
No.
You
It's-
know what the fuck
We
you
got to
want.
get some shit done in this place.
Yeah, I gotta. Time is money. I mean, I gotta make some money. That's why I'm out here doing this. If I ain't have to do it, then cool. But
Somebody
and there'll
gotta
come in
hit-
time and place for
Somebody
that.
got to hit these corners.
Hey, gotta skirt these streets. I don't know what I said. Skirt these streets.
So the next one is we're
Spiritually talking, not skirting,
right.
literally.
So no regular check-ins, just whenever you think about the person.
Well, like I say, whatever regular is to that couple, which
depends.
people's
It's
regular is
situational.
different.
Right.
Situation.
Regular for some people.
Some
Hey,
might require more, some require less.
Right.
You know.
That relationship makes that. This is
Right.
no blueprint as to if he on the truck and he working and he in the ice truck, he on that shift 12 hours,
Yeah.
13. He might not check in
might
for
not
3
know.
days.
It's true. He might need.
you know,
but
I don't know.
He might need to talk to you because I mean, like I have brothers and sisters that are truckers,
Yeah.
and it's not an easy job.
Of
So
course not.
you know, hats off to the truckers out there.
Yeah, that's
I
why
love you.
That's why they should at least check in every other
Yeah.
day because they no telling what might happen out there. you
well-
know what I mean? And
Well, like
a lot
I said,
of shit go down to where
every relationship different. You can
No,
say
I'm just
every
talking
other
about
day.
as far as a truck out there with family. Period. You know, should
Now,
check in with
I
someone.
hear from my son.
You know,
And he hear from his people. And it ain't on a daily basis.
Right.
Sometimes not
I
on a
didn't say
weekly,
daily.
but
really.
yeah. But again, but different.
Right.
But they know if they
Well, I'm
hadn't
just
heard
thinking
after
that if I
10
was
days.
if I was a father out there with children, I at least want to hear mine's voice at least every other day.
I
You
hear
know what
you.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just
Well-
especially if I'm out there in that type of
Well,
terrain.
John, but you
and-
speaking on
especially if
something
I'm in
that you
type
don't
of
have
terrain,
you
you
don't.
know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're
you
speaking
know.
on something you don't know.
Yeah.
And, and I
I'm
say that
speaking on
respectfully.
something that
I understand you would
that
like
I
it,
would-
but
how
my son
I
out
would
there right
respond to
now,
it.
and he
I'm
got
not
2
speaking
sons,
on
and he
them.
don't
Right,
speak.
right.
But that don't
Right,
make
I'm-
him a bad father not speaking to him.
Did I
every
say
day.
working
that?
hard.
Did I
But
implement- did I-
that's what you make it
did I
sound like
imply
it's
that?
wrong.
No.
Well, because what about you saying it's constructive then? Because what if anything it would be destructive. If someone doesn't do that, then it's not constructive. I'm saying as your opinion.
Right.
That was an accident.
What you
Uh-huh.
hit?
She
It
had
really
crickets.
was.
That's some scary shit. Right. I'm just saying, you know.
But you understand what I'm saying?
how
Asking you.
I would
No, like-
conduct myself. That's I put it like that.
You would not what you
You
said?
know, like even when I was out there, you know, doing my moving around after getting out of that surgery and shit. You know what I mean? I just took off, you know.
Right.
But but I know, folks out there like, what the hell is up? So every
But
now
you-
and again,
but
I
you
shoot
needed
a text,
it.
but
That was
Yeah.
on you though.
right.
No pressure.
Right.
And it don't mean something bad. Because you need to just get you
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, but if I'd have been moving around in the middle of the winter up there through the mountains and shit, then, check-in would have been a little more
Terrain
frequent,
of
because your ass
physical.
could easily be off on the side. No, I ain't gonna, let me not speak.
Terrain of your physical and terrain of
Yeah,
your mental
Yeah, I feel
can
you.
go through the same thing.
Yeah,
Know that.
it all get rough and rugged at times. So.
That's
I
right.
think it's still good to check on people, even though
Yeah, it's
I
always
know I
good.
need to do a better job
We
about
was
it.
going over that word regularly,
You know,
Yeah.
but we did sum it up to be
What's
every
regular?
relationship is
every relationship
different.
is different.
It
It's
varies.
situational.
They
It's-
regulate.
I guess
just
it
the word.
varies. Right,
varies.
right.
And here's my analogy on something on just relationships. If you're not talking to someone and you're wondering if you should or you shouldn't, ask yourself, if something were to happen to that person tomorrow, would you go to their funeral? And if the answer is yes, then you need to mend the relationship. Bong. I know it's scary, but it's the truth.
That's not scary. That's just the truth. I mean, what if you can't forgive? If we're spiritual people, if you can't, you want your spiritual leader, advisor to forgive what you do or what you've done, and whom you've never seen. How is it you can't forgive your brother or your sister whom you see daily or in your life or in your time? How can you not forgive them? So, however, you don't necessarily have to mend the relationship.
Right.
But like your words were, will you go to their funeral? Well, in another way of saying that, not to, because I don't necessarily go to funerals. So, would you go see them? Would you go call them up? So to mend that, maybe send them a heart via Facebook. Who knows? Hey, had a thought about you. I ain't ready yet, but just in my, one of them emojis. That's what they for. Or one of them a care mode. Maybe you ain't ready to heart. Maybe you just maybe a yellow happy
even if it's
face.
a star,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Sure, that heart is placed in the proper place.
Maybe you want to send just the one eyeball.
Just don't send the shit.
I'm watching you. Not with both eyes.
Don't send the shit.
Send a bull, and then send that turd.
That's crazy.
It's a song out there for every emotion, ain't it, Mr. McGee?
Oh, my goodness. Well, so what's the next one, guys?
Hey, nothing new under the sun.
Practice gratitude. Okay. Everybody likes to be appreciated. Yeah. Right? It really feels good. And I think it's kind of, I see gratitude as a superpower.
Is that right?
Yeah, because then you're raising the vibration of the earth and you're getting people, once you could make somebody, like warm someone's heart with just a kind gesture, you look cute today. I like that color on you. And mean it. Right. Like you mean it. That's part of gratitude.
You're saying to praise your partner?
No, not necessarily a partner. We're talking about relationships in a whole. Okay.
Saying thank you, being grateful.
Right, exactly. Okay. Just relationship.
That keeps the relationship happy.
It does, and
to
people
be grateful.
Like gratitude. You ever had like people that would say, "Oh, I did so much for this and that person, and they did, and then they didn't, and they didn't say, and they didn't even say thank you."
So you didn't do it for that?
No, some people look for the prayers.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's not where you should do it. No, those people with that Kendrick Lamar song.
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to do those things when nobody's looking, and don't care if anybody ever knows, right? So be nice. That's it. Be a good human. Be a good human.
Right.
All right. And the other one is improve self-awareness. Reflect on your feelings, communication. Just know who you are. Yeah. Know who you are. Try to understand what your purpose is in this equation on this here earth. All right? A lot of crazy stuff going on. So y'all going to hear me say earth. Because, listen, when I saw, y'all need to YouTube it. Maybe I'll put that thing, the committee that just met. They met, I think, maybe last month. Yeah. About if they're really aliens. And Chantel's like, ooh. Yeah, listen, you see the tall person come walking.
Touching his rubbing on his
nipple. Yeah, I need some fried chicken. I heard, Chantel, you got the best fried chicken in Florida, in Central Florida. All right. Hey, the alien going to come knocking for some fried chicken here.
All right, hey, what you want? Gotcha.
Just make sure you have some Santel sauce on it, okay?
You have some of that too.
She got them in the bottles back there.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Delicious.
Hey, what we was on now, the relationships, having that gratitude, being grateful.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to mention something that I had to go give my brother John some water. on the gratitude, on the being grateful, being happy. To be, I think it was on the last one, to being appreciated. Everyone wants to be useful. You know, it's important. It's important to be used, and I want to be used. However, because if you don't have a use for you, then what good are you, right?
Right.
Now,
Everybody need a purpose.
if you don't get your proper compensation, that's your fault. So make sure you know your value. You get compensated for your use. And then you won't be angry at nobody. You won't be mad at nobody. You'll feel even better about yourself for doing it. And you'll do it the best job you know because you've put value in your use to them and for yourself.
Yeah.
And you find what you want to donate. Don't allow somebody else to tell you when you should donate your time, your energy, your efforts. And especially if their efforts don't match.
Right.
I try to keep myself in relationships where our efforts match. If I feel myself doing entirely, we're not weighing each other, and I'm not talking about value of money. I'm just saying the efforts.
Right. Feeding
You
into
put
the
it,
spirit, feeding into the work.
Right. We all got a little part in this,
right.
and we all expect certain things for each other, and we don't, but we know our use of who we are in it, and we all matter. So, and if I don't know, what you say? Okay, so you don't know these sign languages yet, and he don't know how to whisper. He said, "Hey, shut the hell up. We trying to wrap it up." I'm a wrap it. All right, I forgot my thought. Okay,
Well,
so
the Bible says charity is love.
yes, it is.
Right.
Charity starts
is
at home.
love. Yes, it starts at home.
That's right.
So
Home is where?
the heart is.
That's right. Right in that circle, ain't it? Where that circle at?
On my forehead.
Oh,
Like I said,
John, did you use it for
use it-
snot tissue?
No, not
Where's
just
my circle,
for
man?
sweat right
That's
now.
it.
He did the Giuliani.
Right.
That's a full circle.
Motherfuckers a bench. Circle and join together, damn it.
Okay. All right. So,
Just drink water.
So,
be
Just
honest
water.
and transparent.
that's
Okay.
what Brother Cobbs gave
Be
us his
honest and
opinion
transparent.
on. Yes.
Don't make shit up in your head because you're seeing certain things. And you, like,
Right.
Right.
pack yourself with illusions.
Right.
Right. Especially with no, just on something in your mind that you're imagining.
Right.
No proof. And
Where
not
the
even say
proof?
proof.
Yeah.
No records. No,
Gotta have
Gossip.
something
No
real. Gotta
history.
be something
Freaking
real.
gossip.
yeah.
Yeah, people talk a lot of shit.
It gotta be real in order to build the trust.
Right. It has
You know.
to.
Yeah, it really does.
If you can't do that, then we can't even start.
Right.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, I think we had a wonderful show, ladies. If y'all don't mind, we wrap this
Well, wait,
thing
there's
up.
one more.
Invest in quality.
Invest in
time.
quality time.
Y'all need the fan.
My fault. No, we good.
Well,
we good. Wrap this up.
We're spending quality time here, friends.
Time, right. It means
So-
communication.
Yeah,
Right on.
time is something that you could never get back, right? That's a currency. Once you spend it, it's gone.
Well, we're in
Thank
this
you. I'm
dimension
cool.
of time. Yeah.
We got
Y'all,
to go.
He having a hot flash, y'all.
Something, man.
It could be us. We it's so hot.
Right.
You know. In fact, I haven't had a hot flash. So he might be taking mine.
Y'all crowding me over here.
Yeah, we went a little late
You is in the
tonight.
middle.
Got all this beauty.
We only been recording
squished
an
in.
hour
It's been
53.
2 hours.
Okay.
Hour 50. No, we ain't past 2 yet.
No, we started. We started a little late,
Really started late.
but yeah.
That's
Circumstance.
the CP. I thought I wasn't that.
5 o'clock traffic
Right.
Yeah.
is real in
Traffic is
Sanford.
rough, you guys.
You know,
But
Yeah.
it is. What else was that last one you said, Cindy?
Invest in quality time. Spend time with people.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm talking about relationships across the board, not just what's
That's right.
in your house.
You're gonna do what matters to you.
Whatever you do in your house
Gonna do
is
what
going to
matters.
reflect what's out there also. And we're trying to like really be better humans on this planet Earth. This Earth is just like, "Ugh, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Be nice." Yes.
Don't cost
That's
nothing.
another show.
Love.
Hey, at a gas station, I'll be pumping gas, and guy right across from me, regular white T-shirt, say, "Hey, that shirt look good on you today."
Mm.
It, and he like, man, it's just my white T-shirt. Hey, today's a good day, and it just made him smile. We laugh, we both laugh.
Right.
It made me feel better, and I didn't know I was gonna say that to him until the moment I said it,
That's it,
and
spontaneous.
and it just felt good, and so that's what I do. That's what we should all do.
Spontaneous follow.
What's your last word for today,
My last words is, man, take care of yourself. Love you.
John? You all right?
Love your people. Yeah, I'll be all right.
You sure?
I just need to get some fresh air.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love. We love you guys.
Gotta get out. Get your.
Good
Night.
night.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Just need some air. Got a little heated up in this joint. Oh, man.
Oh, I ain't stopped the recording on there yet. You did?